Welcome back, everybody. I pray you all having a blessed day. In this video, I want to talk about how my fiance and I manage our money in a way that not only secures our family's future, but then also honors God. For us, financial planning is more than just the numbers. It reflects our faith. I want to share with you how we've used biblical principles to guide our financial journey and how you can create plans to honor both God and your family as well. Hi, my name is Prince Chenou. I'm a certified financial planner candidate working in wealth management at a major financial institution. I create these videos to make personal finance simple, practical, and accessible for people like you and me. My goal is to break down money topics so that you can make decisions with confidence. So let's jump into it. One of the biggest principles that guides us is stewardship. Psalms 24:1 says, "The earth is the Lord's and everything that's in it." When you really stop and think about that, it changes the way that you view money. It means that everything that we have, our jobs, your income, even the opportunities that were given to you, ultimately belongs to God. We're just managing of what He's entrusted to us. That's why in our household, whenever we get paid, the very first thing that we do is tithe. That's the act of setting aside 10% of our income and giving it to our church. Not after the bills are paid, not even after we've gone shopping, not even after we've saved or invested. But that's the first thing that we do. It's our way of saying, God, you're the first in our lives. And we trust you to provide for everything that we need. And honestly, it's not just about the money, it's about the posture of our hearts. Tithing reminds us that money is our master, God is. It keeps us from holding on to it so tightly or think that we're the ones in control. I can tell you personally, this practice has drawn me and my fiance closer to God. It's taught us to trust Him more deeply and to shape the way that we've seen generosity. It's not just about writing a check to the church. It's made us more open to helping others around us, like our family, friends, and even strangers in need. What I've learned is that when you release money, instead of clinging on to it, you create room for God to come in and work within you. You make room for trust and you invite His blessing into your life. That shift has been one of the most powerful parts of our financial journey. Another verse that really shaped the way that we think about money is Proverbs 13:11, which says, "Dishonest money dwindles away, but whoever gathers money little by little makes it grow." This verse reminds me that wealth built quickly or carelessly doesn't last, but steady and intentional growth does. That really is the heart of financial planning. It's not about chasing the next big thing or trying to get rich overnight. It's about building healthy habits, saving consistently, investing wisely, and trusting that God with the process. When I first started learning about investing, I realized it wasn't about the flashy stock picks that really mattered. It was about the discipline of putting something away regularly on a regular cadence, letting the time do the work. And beyond the money, the principle applies to faith and family too. Just like finances grow little by little, so does strong marriages, spiritual maturity, and healthy businesses. The small daily choices like praying together, budgeting wisely, being generous, staying disciplined, compounds over time and creates lasting fruit. So if you're looking at your financial plan and feeling like you're not where you want to be, don't be discouraged. Remember, Proverbs 13:11, steady faithfulness adds up. And when your plan honors God, you can trust that He'll bless the work that you've put in. Another principle that we try to live by is protecting our family. Proverbs 13:22 says, "A good person leaves an inheritance for his children's children." That verse really hits me because it's not just about the money or the assets. It's about being intentional and forward thinking with what God has given you. Planning isn't only about today. It's about making sure that your loved ones are cared for tomorrow and even after you're gone. So for us, that starts with the basics. We've made it a priority to have an emergency fund because life happens. Car breaks down, job loss, medical bills show up. Having that safety net really helps us to stay grounded when things don't go our way. We also think about protections in terms of insurance. It's not the most exciting thing or topic, but it's one of the most important ones. Having the right coverage means that our family won't be left in difficult situations, especially if something unexpected were to happen. And then there's long-term planning. Things like wills, trusts, or even just writing down clear instructions. Those steps might feel uncomfortable now, but they're actually an act of love. They say, I want to make sure life is easier for people I care about most. Protecting your family is one of the ways you honor God. It shows that you've been faithful with your resources and responsible with the people He's entrusted to you. So for me and my fiance, that responsibility also extends to how we invest. We don't just focus on short-term goals. We want to build wisely so what we create now can bless us and our future kids. But protecting family isn't just about the money or the assets. It's also about the values. We've talked about how the way we manage our finances will one day set an example for our kids. We want them to see that money is a tool, not a master. That it can be used to take care of a family, create opportunities, and serve others. And that leads to another part of our planning, generosity. For us, tithing is always the starting point because it acknowledges that everything that we have comes and belongs to God. But beyond that, we've tried to be intentional about giving. Sometimes that means helping family or a family member in need. Other times it's supporting causes that we believe in, or simply being open-minded when God places an opportunity in front of us. What has been amazing is seeing how much God uses generosity to grow our faith. The more we've stepped into giving, the more we've experienced His provision and faithfulness in ways that we never could have planned for ourselves. So when I think about protecting our family, it's not just about the financial security. It's about creating a legacy of love, wisdom, and generosity. All of that pointing back to God. So here are the 3 steps to create a financial plan that honors God and your family. Stewardship, put God first by giving Him your first and the best. Protection, plan ahead to care for your family. Legacy, think about long-term, investing wisely and living generously. For me, the biggest shift has been realizing that money is not just about financial security. It's about spiritual alignment. Tithing first helps us to keep God at the center of our hearts, and financial planning has become an act of worship. Thank you, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you found this video helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I pray you all have a blessed day.